As the tradition goes in the eastern part of Nigeria, the breaking of kola nut is not left out of recognition by the eldest man in the event. It is the naming ceremony of little Kelvin. Little Kelvin was named after his mother's best friend. This was becoming suspicious to everyone who attended the ceremony, especially to Mary and Angela, who happens to be the younger sister and the aunt, respectively, to Evans, who's the father to the child, and his wife, Gabriella. It wasn't long before Gabriella's bestie, Kelvin, and his girlfriend Sandra came to spice up the occasion. Now the pack of friends is complete. Angela called Evans aside to ask him the reason behind naming his son after the best friend of his wife. But Evans felt reluctant about whatever she had in mind. The party is over now. Mary can't find peace with the fact that Gabriella is so fond of Kelvin. It got even worse when Gabriella asked Sandra to switch sides so she could wrap herself around him. Neither Sandra wasn't comfortable with it too. How does a man remain so ignorant about his wife on crucial issues like this and decide to remain oblivious to what is visible? This got to the extent that Kelvin calls her mother while she calls him son. Kelvin understands how insecure his girlfriend was feeling about his unbearable bond with Gabriella. He believes proposing to her will make her trust him. To him, it's high time he thought about starting his own life as well. Gabriella wants Kelvin around her every single day. She called him to come over since she was alone at home. Kelvin suggested that the pack of friends meet at dinner. He had a surprise for his friends. It was dinner time. Kelvin opened up about his affair with Sandra and his intentions to get married to her. This was supposed to be good news to the buddies, but Gabriella and Evans felt bad and betrayed about the news. Ideally, these friends should be happy for the good and benefit of their union, so why the retrogression? They later settled their differences since the pack of friends had no choice than to be happy for each other. But everything seems not to be fine with Gabriella. Her obsession towards the handsome man is becoming questionable. Evans is beginning to express his worries concerning Gabriella's recent behaviors ever since Kelvin made his intentions known about Sandra after the outing together. Gabriella can't sleep with recurring nightmares. Her nightmares were becoming scary every night. It got worse to the extent that she sleepwalks in the middle of the night. This was becoming frightful for Evans, and the earlier he does something about it, the safer for the couple. It was funny a while ago, but now everything seems no fun any longer. Kelvin also is beginning to avoid her. She came to his apartment to find out what the problem was. He's getting tired about her obsessive behavior, but they somehow resolve the issue. The pack of friends has somehow broken the back of the beast as they were happy together again. They were planning on fixing a date for the wedding. Mary has been making observations from behind. To her, she finds it unreasonable why Kelvin and Sandra can't make the decisions all by themselves. Or better still, if the lovers needed help, they can confide in their own family members rather than the so-called friends notion, which she's aware that Gabriella isn't happy about. But it seems she's the only one standing alone on the idea that Gabriella is obsessed with Kelvin. The nightmares and sleepwalks have come to a last resort. Gabriella almost got killed by a moving vehicle when she slept and walked herself out of the house if Evans hadn't noticed quick enough. Evans has been thinking lately he should find a way to help his wife in her perplexed condition. Gabriella heard about a great photographer who's good at his job. He's always found around this bar. She needed his services to Photoshop Kelvin and his fiancée for their pre-wedding photos. She called Kelvin the next day to hang out together in the evening at the same bar she met the photographer. That evening, Kelvin came in to find a strange woman kissing him. He never knew Gabriella was right behind him. She saw everything that just happened. Gabriella was surprised to find a man she trusted having something with another woman. She wouldn't let him break Sandra's heart. Kelvin was trying to wrap his head around what just happened when the photographer approached him with a picture of his supposed wife with another man in what looks like a wedding picture. This seems like a setup now to him. Could Sandra truly be married? Kelvin shows his friends first instead of confronting his fiancée. Gabriella acted like nothing happened even when it looked obvious that she paid the photographer to have that picture photoshopped. She must be the hand behind such an evil act. She tried to console him when Mary came in to find her man wrapped up in the arms of her brother's wife while he sat there watching. I mean, this is so definite for every eye to see that these two are having an affair. He decided to confront his wife about the picture. She was so dazzled that she had no vivid explanation to this. She knew who must have been behind this. She walked up straight to Gabriella and demanded an explanation for the betrayal. Gabriella opened up about the lady she saw him kissing at the bar. Suddenly, Evans suggested that maybe Kelvin framed the pictures so he could find a way to cancel the wedding. Should this be what good friends should be advising each other in times like this? He should be giving solutions instead of making it complex. Kelvin came around and everything became chaotic as it was beginning to sound like a framed story. Sandra got fed up with the whole thing and threw his ring back at him for not trusting her. Mary felt concerned about her brother's situation. She advised that he go for a DNA test to know the real father of the child, because from what she has seen, she doesn't trust Gabriella, but Evans kept defending her. Kelvin needed answers to this abrupt jumble. He knew that the photographer should have answers. He wanted to know how the photographer came up with the pictures. The photographer sees this as an opportunity to cash in from such discreet information that could save Kelvin's relationship. Kelvin was willing to pay him 200,000 naira to get answers. The photographer told him that he photoshopped the picture, but he wasn't specific about his answers. But from Kelvin's understanding, Gabriella was the person behind his problems. Kelvin and Sandra ambushed Evans's apartment about Gabriella's evil intentions to ruin their marriage. Kelvin wouldn't forgive her for what she has done. Mary wasn't surprised about it. At least she knows that she has been vindicated now. Her brother should divorce her. Evans knew about the photographer all this while. Could he be the one behind all the confusion? He was vehement of the fact that the photographer revealed their little secret to Kelvin. Evans paid the lady at the bar who bumped into Kelvin to act like he had a secret lover when Gabriella came in to find them. Why then did he do it to Gabriella, his wife, to feel jealous instead of Sandra? On the flip side, Sandra came into the bar to meet with the photographer for good intentions to Photoshop amazing photos of Kelvin and his fiancée. So why did the photographer put up with the pictures to ruin Kelvin's wedding plans? Evans didn't know that Mary was eavesdropping. She followed him to know what he was up to. She was curious to find out the truth. She insisted that the photographer follow them home so he can tell everything he knows. Now the truth has to be let out. Evans instigated every play. He made Gabriella invite Kelvin to the bar so he could perpetuate his plans. He wanted to spoil the wedding plans because he doesn't want Kelvin far from his wife. But why all these? Gabriella lost her twin brother, Gabriel, when she was a teenager. The twin were very close and shared a special bond. After he died, he started coming to her dreams, and in real life that it got really bad for her until she started sleepwalking. Her parents soon understood that it was more spiritual than physical. They had to call a priest to help her get back. Gabriel stopped coming for a while. When she got of age, he started coming again in her dreams until she saw Kelvin. Gabriel told her that he liked Kelvin. Kelvin had a large heart and could protect her. Evans knew all these, and he will do anything to protect his wife from harm's way by bringing back Kelvin. Kelvin believes there should be another way out. He needs to clear his head. Sandra follows him. She told Kelvin that they can get married and still maintain their pack of friends. The lovers settled their differences as Kelvin apologized for not trusting her. They got back together again when Evans and Gabriella came in to meet them. They understand that this great friendship shouldn't be drenched to the mud because there is no surer foundation for a beautiful friendship than a mutual taste in literature. And if there is a friend that stays closer to you than as a brother, fight for the friendship with everything you have got if you have to.
Thanks for watching. Please comment your thoughts and also like and share this video for more super amazing videos that we are bringing to you. And if you're watching from our YouTube channel, you can also subscribe and turn on your notification for more. Thank you.